Hello and welcome to the podcast, week 2 of the KCJS Sport Podcast. I'm McCluskey, this is McCausland.
Excited to be back for week 2.
Great to have you here, and like a rose between two thorns, today's guest, Miss Suter, one of our sports graduate assistants. She started with us in January of this calendar year, has decided to stay on, which is great. She's one of only 2 ladies over in the senior school PE and Games office, nicknamed the Bear Pit sometimes. Really feel for her over there, but she holds her own, and we've just got her in today because we're quite keen to first ask her about her experiences of junior school sport. She's a big integral part of the programme, helped me massively on the under-11 rugby, but also later we're going to talk about the Women's Rugby World Cup, the final, which was England against the Silver Ferns, New Zealand. We're going to get Mr. McCausland revved up again, aren't we?
I'll just interject there, Mr. McCluskey, the Black Ferns.
Oh, sorry, the Black Ferns. My apologies. Should have done my research. But I know how passionate you'll feel about it again.
Indeed. Well, it's oval ball and it's got the Silver Fern associated with it, so I'm right there.
Excellent. But let's introduce Miss Suter. I'm just going to ask you now your experience of junior school sport so far since you've been at the school.
Okay, good morning. The junior school sport has allowed me to meet a lot more of the boys in this school and experience different abilities at different levels and age groups.
Fantastic. And can I just say that the boys have responded really well. Your background, just for the parents who are listening, and any of the boys actually, in fact. So Miss Suter's background, female rugby player, also a gymnast, played recently for Teddington Ladies, but not playing at the moment. That's right, isn't it?
No, unfortunately I'm out due to injury, but don't let that put you off.
What injury have you sustained?
Rotator cuff.
That is a nasty one indeed. Shoulders crucial when playing rugby, as you can imagine. But that hasn't stopped you getting out there. You put me to shame in the gym the other night as well when you were in the squat rack. And if anybody's seen me in a pair of shorts, they'll know that legs aren't my strongest suit, are they, sir?
Leg day's been given a miss on more than one occasion, Mr. McCluskey. Just to add to what we were saying before, I've actually worked with Miss Suter on a number of occasions, and it could have been slightly intimidating, entering an all-boys school for her, or largely an all-boys school. She's put her best foot forward, and I've actually been able to learn a lot from her in her various experiences. So it's been a pleasure working with you, Miss Suter.
No, fantastic. I would totally agree with that. But let's not beat around the bush. Last week we did waffle on somewhat. We're going to cut it a little bit shorter this week. But getting on to the Women's Rugby World Cup, a massive success. It seems like women's sport has really hit the news in a big way. Football, obviously over here with the ladies doing tremendously well in the hockey and the Olympics. But that final versus New Zealand, just thoughts on that, Miss Suter?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I was on the edge of my seat. I've got to admit that I thought the Black Ferns were going to come and give us a tough ride, but I think we really answered back to them, and the first half was definitely our game. We answered to every challenge they put up there. Not one of them was a threat, so we did really well. Unfortunately, the second half did not go our way, but the ladies played very well, and it was a very exciting match to watch.
Yeah, amazing result really in many ways. The scoreline suggested a real roller coaster, and that's what it was. Mr. McCausland itching to get in on this.
It certainly was. Well, the first half was a grind. I think you'll find the score was 17-10 at half-time to the English. But anyone, if you needed a bigger advertisement for women's rugby, 11 tries scored, 39-22, I believe the score, 41-32 rather, so 73 points scored in a final. You're not going to need a bigger advertisement for the game, Mr. McCluskey.
Yeah, a phenomenal showcase. Who were your top performers for the English ladies throughout the tournament?
So firstly, it has to be Sarah Byrne, our youngest player. What a phenomenal player. She's prop, but she was everywhere. Line breaks, nice ball handling. What an inspiration at the age of 20 to reach that sort of level. Makes me wonder what I'm doing with my life instead of playing for the women. And Amy Wilson-Hardy, someone who's close to my heart. She's come to do a few training sessions with the uni team that I played with. Such a phenomenal player, so much heart. Absolutely devastating to watch her lose the Sevens tournament in the Olympics. Something that was very touching to watch because so much passion went into it, and for her to bounce back and have the confidence to play again is just outstanding. My heart goes out to her.
Yeah, and I think resilience, something we try and teach the boys here at Kings. You know, sometimes they feel down after a defeat a performance. They might have been put into a different team, a different training squad, but it should light your fire, shouldn't it?
Well, at this level, you like to think it's a bit of a learning curve for the boys. They need to be humble in victory, but they also need to learn to be gracious in defeat. And it's something that in successful young teams, often they don't get a lot of experience at actually being good losers. At the level that we're talking about there, you feel heartbroken for them, and you just hope that they can get back on the horse and give it another go.
Yeah, absolutely agree. We're running out of time this week. Just final thoughts, final words from Miss Suter on where she feels top flight female sport is going right now.
Hopefully we are going up. Although there's been some bad press about funding being cut, I don't think this is the last you'll hear of any women's sport, especially the cricket for their win of the World Cup and the rugby. So I'm excited to see what the next couple of years brings.
Fantastic. Yeah, we are too. The boys are certainly showing an interest in it here as well, and they should do. You're going to be a great voice to have around for the remainder of the academic year. Mr. McCausland, it's going to be goodbye from you.
Goodbye. Thanks, guys.
Next week, I'm hoping we've got almost King Sport royalty with the Senior School Director of Sport coming. Okay, thoughts on that, Miss Suter?
That's going to be an exciting one. Stay tuned.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot to say, I'm sure, about many topics. But thanks very much and keep listening. See you soon.